Hey guys! This week is makeup week. Pretty much I'm making up last week on my part, which is actually a pretty easy makeup work, but I still wanted to do it because I'm a good girl. So the dare this week is to just vlog. There's actually quite a few things I wanted to talk about anyway. First off, I remember talking to you guys like a couple weeks ago about the drag show. The drag show went awesome. I actually do have quite a bit of pictures and some footage, or at least I'm trying to get footage. I didn't personally take any pictures or footage because I was in the drag show itself. Since I was in 2 numbers, I needed to change and all that, and I was running around. And I'm thinking about like making a video on my personal channel, since I haven't made a video on my personal channel anyway for a while, since I've just been mainly doing videos here. So I think I'm gonna do that. Speaking of which, I'm about to hit 100 subscribers. That is exciting. I never knew that would really happen. I didn't really expect myself to get that many subscribers. Yeah, cool, right? I know. Another thing is that this book came out last week and I finished it in 3 days because it was so good. If anybody doesn't know, you guys know Aragon? Everybody knows Aragon. This is the last book. It just came out last week and about time. Did you guys know it took like 12 fucking years for this kid to write 4 books? Freaking Harry Potter, it makes sense why it took so long, but with Aragon, I don't know why it took, maybe because he was a child. It was really good. I just really, the people who have read it, because I know a lot of people, everybody's like, oh yeah, like I read the first book. Of course you read the first book. It came out in 2006. Everybody was reading it because, oh my god, this 15-year-old kid wrote a book and it's about dragons. So of course everybody read it. I was actually pretty late. I think it was like about my junior year of high school that I was like, oh hey, maybe I should read these books because everybody keeps talking about them. So I partook of it and I loved them. Me and Colton have been really excited about it. So we actually went to a midnight premiere of it at this one really pretty bookstore. It was actually kind of lame because it was pretty much consisting of like a bunch of homeschooled nerds, which actually the writer, Christopher Paolini, I think that's how you describe his name, that's actually pretty much what he is. And they were playing Dungeons and Dragons. It wasn't cute. There was this one kid who I think was dressed up as Aragon, but he just wore like blue leather. Anyway, I really liked it. I would have to give it about an 8 out of 10. 2 points less because I really thought there was some things that I was like, what? They didn't really get much into Galbatorix's dragon. I'll just say one thing. The ending reminded me a lot of Lord of the Rings. You know how it just kept going and going and going? That's how I felt. It officially ended 700 pages into the book, but there was another 100 pages that I guess Paolini felt was necessary to talk about, and I guess it's true it was, because there was some things like, what happens next? Some of it was like, God, like why is this so drawn out? It got kind of depressing at some points because they're like, what do we do with our lives anymore? You know, it's like now that there's no bad guy, it's like, shh. There's nothing to do. I am turning 21 on Wednesday, and that's really exciting. Last week, a lot of people kept asking me, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, for the first time, I really don't have anything that I particularly want. This was kind of like, oh, you know, something nice. What I really want is money, but we're not gonna talk about that. Probably gonna go drinking this weekend. Go to the bar. I don't want to get drunk, but I would like to buy my first ever drink. That would be exciting. One of my friends said they might get me wine, so that's nice. Yeah. You guys want to give me birthday wishes? I would love it so much. I don't know where you would give it to me. I guess, you know, whatever. But I'm turning 21, motherfucker. Woo! Has anybody heard of NaNoWriMo? National Novel Writing Month. And it's pretty much, basically you write a novel in a month, and I decided that as a creative writing major and as a future author that it'd be really lame not to do it. So I was like, what the hell? It's not like I'm particularly too busy this month, so I decided to do it. I'm currently on chapter 10 of my novel. I know I've talked about my novel. It's called The Dog and His Master, and I really thought, well, this is a good time to finish it anyway, just to force myself to do it, because that's the only way you can write. It's just, you just gotta sit down and do it. There's no other way. What's best about it is that it's good for me, because I can force myself to finish it. I feel like I'm behind already though, since I'm only on chapter 10. But I'm almost at 40,000 words, so I guess I'm not so behind. It's just that my book actually probably will have a lot. It'll probably be this big, motherfucker, when it gets done. And then who knows about publishing it. I don't know, I just really wanted to finish it, or at least have a rough draft finished, since I've been working on it since my senior year of high school, and now that I'm a junior in college, it's been almost 5 years, yeah, so I gotta get that book done. That's what's going on with Kelsey's life this month, Aru. It's time to tell the truth. So the truth was what you like and what you don't like about winter, since for most of us, winter has already started. It's actually been snowing for the past 2 weeks every weekend. A lot of people all of a sudden are freaking out. So when there's like a little bit of snow, they're like, oh my god, it's so terrible. It's like, bitch, we've seen worse. I grew up in LA, as a lot of people know, So I didn't really experience much winter until I came here, really. I do like the snow. I guess I don't like being out in the snow. The thing that I do like about it is, even though this is kind of lame, I get to have a break. A 3-week break, I know that's not very long, but that's the longest break that we have, at least for me, because I work and go to school in the summer too. So it's like I don't really get a break, really. It's really good to go back home and see my family and my friends, and I'll probably see Christofu for you this Christmas. That's a good thing about Christmas. The bad thing, I guess, just like Megan said, and everybody's been saying, is about the cold. I don't really hate the cold. I like snow when I'm inside watching it. It's always kind of nice to sit there with like tea or coffee or hot chocolate and watching it snow. Yeah. I feel like this video is going to be long as usual. And then like Tyler Banks always is like, oh, I don't like to watch your videos because they're really long. But you should watch them anyway because you love me. I think that's enough for me this week. We'll see y'all next week. That was a beautiful face. I know that everybody, their panties dropped upon seeing that face that I made because I am sexy and sexual. Seductions. Okay, I'm gonna go. Stop rambling because I'm probably running on like 15 minutes. Okay. See y'all later. Bye-bye.